It is episode 400. I can't believe it, guys. This is amazing. I'm, as always, joined with these mad animals, or joined by these mad animals. It's Rob over there. It's Steve down there today. And hey, guys. And hello, Bergforce.
Welcome to everyone. And if you recognize the background behind Steven, you'll know it from many streams that I've been involved in, and a couple that Steven's been involved in. I think it's more of a familiar background for you to see behind me than him. Steven, where are you? What's going on?
I am home, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, people of the audience. Yes, I'm at my parents' abode, my childhood home. By modern living standards, I mean, this is a palace. like, relative to what we hope to live in one day. Like my folks once thought of as modest middle class home is now like this lavish 5-bedroom. I mean, can you believe it?
Yeah.
House from the 70s.
Amazing.
Delights. Amazing.
Absolutely.
And filled with nostalgia. Just every
Mm.
corner holds some memory of some toy escapade. But now I get to experience all of that with the next generation. Though
Yeah,
they
great.
still don't want to play GI Joe. At least not to the extent that I want to.
Honestly, 1
know,
years old
get
and
there.
Lucas doesn't want to play with Joe's yet. Come on, he's sleeping on it.
Skibidi toilets and siren heads and all kinds of things.
Oh, he just likes throwing cars in the pool. That's the extent of his play pattern. And Elliot, to his credit, has really fallen in love with the motorized battle wagon from 1991.
Oh, cool.
Loves that battery-operated multi-shot missile launcher. Yep. Endlessly reloading it and spewing them out and then reloading again and terrorizing everybody with it. Typical. But yes, I'm here.
Here you are.
Yay.
There it is.
It's good.
And before we get
toys everywhere.
much further, let me address the 12 or so people in the audience that are aware. This is technically take 2 of episode 400.
What do?
We attempted a watch along of the animated movie. YouTube said no, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Computer said no.
Nope. But I hope those who did join in enjoyed the experience. And for those who didn't, you're always welcome to go all the way back to episode 24 of GI Joburg. The audio is not actually as bad as Stephen will probably have you believe. And you can enjoy our original commentary for the animated movie. If you haven't seen it yet, it should be on YouTube somewhere, I think. And if not, it is on podbean.com. GI Joburg, go check it out and enjoy a blast from the past. 20-something-year-old GI Joburg guys talking about the animated movie.
And
You're gonna have to go onto a podcatcher. These episodes are not going to be found on YouTube.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Have an
also,
adventure.
and then on the topic of blast from the past, I mean, on our dance card tonight, Rob has prepared something for us. A bit of a walk down memory lane, so to speak. So I think a lot of our listeners, viewers are going to enjoy that. I think we're going to enjoy that. It's going to make us. I know Rob's going to put us on the spot a little bit.
Ooh,
I'm excited about that, actually.
perhaps.
And I think just to sort of, I know sometimes Steve doesn't like this, but I like to sometimes time code an episode, or should I say, capture the moment. I'm curious, guys, what is the most recent films that you guys watched, and have you played any games, or what is the most interesting new thing in your lives right now?
Wow, it's a leading question.
It sure is.
My most interesting thing for me in my life right now is Steven. It's amazing to have Steven back in my life. It's incredible. It's like it's like I'm 20-something again, and he's around all the time.
Rob, sometimes you need to take a knee if you want to kiss the ass. Jeez, buddy. All right, light of your life has waltzed back in. But yes, Rob and I went to the cheap and cheerful cinema at the casino last night. I got the night off from parental duties, and we saw Predator Badlands, which, you know, isn't necessarily a genre or film franchise that's near and dear to our hearts. So I guess there was nothing on the
No
line.
expectations.
Zero. Yeah, the bar was very low to clear, and I had a good time of it. It was very unexpected.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't watch any of the trailers. I just knew that it was a Predator focused narrative, like we're seeing his journey or its journey, as opposed to it being the sort of the big bad.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It doesn't. Well, my takeaway from it is it doesn't have the same tone as, say, the original Predator. It's not as grim and dark and
No.
serious, like at
Well, it's
all.
not a muscle-bound film of the 80s.
No, it's not a McTiernan film.
Yeah,
so-
no, for sure. But
Yeah.
I would liken it more to a cartoon. It sometimes has very, I suppose, cartoon logic or cartoon way the characters might react to things. And I think if you go into it thinking that, you will have a much better time of the enjoyment of the movie, I think.
You
And
guys
that's
are
not
saying,
to shut down. That's not talking
Yeah.
down to the cartoon movies, but it's like cartoons, I think, can get away with a lot more than live action can in certain ways.
yeah, there's a conditioning there. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
I always
great
wanted to
fun.
play the Predator campaign in any kind of Aliens versus Predator and Colonial Marines game.
Mm.
There was one that I played a lot of because I just enjoyed being the sort of pseudo omnipotent hunter, can go invisible with a shoulder cannon, with the sort of the glaive weapon, the various, like, just his tech is so cool. And so this film really leaned into that.
Oh,
If you
cool.
wanted to see like weapon porn, like a Predator arm up sequence where like actually the Predator is your protagonist, you're rooting for him for a change. Like
Mhm.
it's that symphony of cool things for you. And yeah, synthoids are assholes, man. Whether it's in the film or in that video game that I speak of, like I just remember them being like, "Oh god, these milk white bleeding motherfuckers again." They always piss in my cereal. Like they are bad news. So yeah,
So-
they are.
You wouldn't
they are
even
once
know they
again
pissed in your
bad
cereal.
news.
So,
Dude.
I mean, this is, of
Better
course, a
pick.
film that has been like certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, whatever that means. And yeah, it does seem to be at the time getting, I don't want to say mixed reviews, but people seem to be genuinely excited about it. But there's obviously a vocal
Yeah.
part of the fandom
Well,
that's like,
looking
it's
through
not
it,
that
I think-
Predator.
I said synthoids, didn't I?
You did.
I meant synthetics.
Yeah.
But that is a minor spoiler anyway.
Well,
Whoopsie.
they prefer to be
Whoops.
called artificial humans themselves. So, you know.
Yeah, Stephen, come on. You know,
Very good.
get with the times. Get with the times. But yeah, I think the movie can
No,
be very
Lance
polarized.
Henriksen is nowhere to be seen.
Nah, he's not in there. He's not
That's
in
a
there.
surprise.
I can understand why it would be polarizing. Like as I
Mm.
said, you go into it maybe expecting one thing and you get a completely different thing. But
Mm,
if you can go along with what you're getting, it can be a very fun experience. And I
sweet.
enjoyed it for sure overall.
So I didn't get to catch anything in cinema, but I
Oh.
did very recently. Frankenstein came out on Friday. It was on Netflix, and I
Guillermo del
enjoyed.
Toro.
Yeah, the Guillermo del Toro film, and it was, for me at least, and for my money, it was worth twice the price of admission. I loved the crap out of that film. It was really great. I had no excitement for it beforehand, like whatsoever. I never watched the trailer for it at all. I was just like, Guillermo del Toro is doing a Frankenstein film, and don't misunderstand me, he is a fantastic director. But generally, when I see any kind of Guillermo del Toro kind of film or something that's, I don't generally like get too excited about it. I don't go out of my way and go like, oh wow, I've got to watch every trailer, because yes, I really love Pacific Rim, the first film. I think it's amazing. And yes, I enjoyed Pan's Labyrinth, but I haven't really none of his films have been like bad for me, but it's just, yeah. And I was pleasantly surprised by Frankenstein. It really blew me away. And that was also hot off the heels of me finally watching Fantastic Four, because it became
Congrats.
available on Disney Plus. Yay. And I loved it, guys. I felt like this is the first time we got a proper Fantastic Four film. Like, it felt right in pretty much every way for me. So
Yeah, it
kudos to
felt
that.
Kirby-esque, I think.
Yeah,
A lot of
just-
the visuals, and kind of the overarching story, the feel of it, very cosmic.
Yeah, and the score, I gotta say,
Mhm.
like, it was just such a treat for me that Frankenstein's score is phenomenal, and I thought Fantastic Four's score was also really well done. It was beautifully
The
orchestrated.
only
And
thing I don't like about it,
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
yes, it's fantastic. I think it's Michael Giacchino
Mm.
who did it. Their theme song. Fantastic Four.
Yes, but
Fantastic Four.
but you see, I think it's because I've just very recently listened to the original Dune soundtrack
Mm-hmm.
that was done by Toto, that was scored by Toto. Kissed that arranged done in Africa, Toto. Anybody
Mm.
isn't in the know somehow. And you know that first piece of ominous music on that, it literally is Dune, 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 Dune. But it doesn't say it, but the music says it. And I think the Fantastic Four thing just resonated with me because I was in that
Okay.
wavelength.
So you're on that. You're like, it's fine. It's good.
But anyway, that is, I think those films are
He's doing
good.
a bit. He's doing a sort of a 1960s Marvel age,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's
That's
wonderful.
that was the thing. Like each superhero had a jingle. Tony
Yeah.
Stark makes you feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel. Or what was the the Hulk one? Um,
He's so
Dark Bruce
angry.
Banner, bounded by gamma rays, turns into the Hulk. Ain't he unglamorous? It's 60s, bro.
I love that. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
sort of swing era. Well, not swing era. What would you,
When
Steve? You were in
Captain
a
America
musical.
throws his
His
mighty
mighty
shield,
shield.
Oh
the
man,
enemies that oppose his shield must yield.
Shield. The red and the white
Dudes.
and the blue come through. But I mean, the best one's still Thor. Cross the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the blue in heavens roar. You will stare in boundless wonder at the god of thunder, mighty Thor.
Da-da-da. So yes,
nicely
I
done.
think we rest our case quite comfortably there, Paul. Like it is
Yeah,
very much of
Well,
its time.
well,
You know, it's a callback,
you rest your
just like the
case.
whole film is, with its kind of future
yeah. The
retro
retrofuture shit
futurism.
is so cool. I
Mm,
just loved that film.
Anyways,
It was the Fantastic Four I
yeah.
needed, and I'm so thankful for it. But
right.
guys, now that we've finally time coded this episode for
Absolutely.
future us's, we could be like, oh, that's what we were watching, so that when Rob does episode like 800 or whatever the hell it is,
And we
throwback,
covered
he'll be like,
year
so Paul,
14.
what do you think of Fantastic Four now? And I'll be
You
like,
still
well,
remember.
after the 20th film, I think it's kind of crap now.
It's really quite bad. I
It's
can't
quite
believe they
shit.
still
And
have
I can't
Pedro
believe they made
Pascal playing
Frankenstein
Fantastic.
5 and anyway, cool.
Gosh
This is
darn
GI
it.
Joburg, so I do there is some GI Joe stuff in here. There's got to be.
Well, of course there is. That's what GI Joburg is all about. So a little while ago, for one of our other anniversary episodes, I decided to listen to and kind of like present a review, as it were, or at least I suppose an overview of year one of GI Joburg. So I decided to do the same again. So we're just going to talk about year one again. Fantastic. No,
Fantastic. Yeah, let's re-review.
we are doing year two of GI Joburg, which covers episodes 20 all the way up to episode 33. And its span of time is from April 2013 all the way to April 2014. So the year started off with quite a significant event in GI Joe, as well as GI Joburg. We all together got to watch GI Joe Retaliation, made possible by Stephen being in Joburg and very graciously kind of like flying me up to Joburg. And that is where I got to watch Retaliation and got to meet Paul for the very first time.
Yes.
1 year into the GI Joburg endeavor. And
As it were.
certainly a fun experience, I thought, overall, meeting Paul. He's quite a cool guy, I think.
He's not too shit.
He's alright.
Yeah,
He's
I've met
aight.
him before. He's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But it was
He's pretty decent.
But it was rad meeting you too, dude. And I think we even shot some video footage on that day, and I think that is somewhere on the YouTubes.
It possibly is. I mean, we definitely talked about it. No, but
We did not shoot a damn thing. We took voice notes.
Yes.
Did we? I feel
Yeah.
like we shot. I feel like I've got video footage of that because I also have this really wonderful photo of you and Rob. You know,
Aw.
just you guys are like together, and you're all like, like
Oh, right.
flashing some birds at me.
Yeah, you must have filmed that because also this is before our YouTube channel existed. So we actually
We
were
yeah.
not in the habit of doing any video filming.
Crap, I need to find
So
that stuff now.
yeah, please do. Please share it with us. So yes, so we watched Retaliation, and then we went into a full-on review of Retaliation, which, if I can share this correctly, if this will work.
What? You've got audio? Sound.
I
Oh,
have audio. Well,
Lord.
if it works, let's see.
These
Uh,
are always scary for us. I hate
why?
hearing myself.
No.
Oh, I hate hearing myself.
Brilliant.
You kind
Well,
of hope the audio is really crappy, because otherwise people listening to this and not being treated to the visuals will be like, huh? Which was
well,
the sound pull?
there
Because it's
is
just
no.
them talking again.
Okay, I'm gonna have to share it differently because it's not working the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna go like this. Oh, there you go.
Oh, you're off the hook. Oh,
Hey,
cool,
cool.
man. We're not off the hook.
We
Okay,
love VLC.
So, are you able to hear this?
No.
You can't hear that.
No. But
Ah.
you can share. Just set. There's a setting for sharing desktop audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, for the.
No, it's
for
all
the
good.
delay.
This is how we rock this thing, man. It's a
No
fireside
worries.
chat.
I might as well sandwich in my retraction, which was in
Yeah.
that rewatch video. But I was like accusing Super 7 in a recent uncarding video of Python and Big Lob of using AI art.
Yes.
Seems they do credit their artists on the card. So I guess, yeah, I eat humble pie. I tore up Python's card saying, I'm not going to keep this AI slop in my collection. But I should have taken a look at the fine print because, yes, the artists are there.
You really
And yes, I
should.
did Google them. They are real people
Well, there we go.
with real portfolios.
We do give retractions. Okay, let's try again. Is this audible?
Negative. But hey,
It's
what
not
you gonna do?
working.
It's not like we're live or anything. I love the fact that the file is still called Daphne Jabber Plie, because somehow the metadata for all the podcasts was saved as I mean, my mother has a dance studio, and the plie is a dance exercise, and I think I just was doing a lot of cutting of her music at the time, so all of our podcasts from that era are all called Daphne Jabber Plie. Rond de jambe. Jeté.
All these
Round
ballet
turns.
terms. Yeah.
Totally.
Ah,
Is this audible?
No.
Why doesn't it
Well,
work?
fun. All right. Shall
But
we
anyway.
move on to another question?
Well, it's not so. I mean,
Segment?
we're not doing so much questions this time. I'm just kind of going through the year. But let
Alright.
me stop sharing this if I can.
The tour.
The
The
tour
of year 2 GI Joburg.
Will
An entire episode's worth of cringe for Paul and me, and
no,
delight
no,
for
not
Rob.
at all, not at all.
guys, and it's only cringe just because, like, it's. I think we're just so close to it.
Well,
Yeah, that's probably true.
just turn the mic on anyone listening to this and say, like, if you were to like bottle up or time capsule yourself from 15 years ago and suddenly be like bombarded with it, what would you think?
What would you think? Well, yeah, what would
Would you
you
like, hey, that's a cool guy in the prime of his life? Or would you be like, oh my god, shithead, I wish I could slap some sense into you? Yeah.
No, I think in general our comments are pretty decent over the course of the year. But yeah, overall, yes. Eventually, we did review the movie. We we enjoyed it in the moment, but we were very like against it after that fact. Especially because it was too inspired by cartoons, but it was not respecting fans. And I think that was some of our biggest points that we came up with regarding Retaliation. And if you do get the chance, go back and listen to Paul's epic rant at the start of episode 21. That is what I was attempting to share.
Was it about action figures not coming with stands anymore?
No, it wasn't that. It had to do with the hi guys, I'm a Hasbro executive, and I mean I could actually do a bit.
Oh god,
soft.
That's almost better if you do it. Like,
if I can get it to work, is it playing? No. Why does nothing work?
I gotta say that, like, that's one thing about our channel. We've never really been too kind to Hasbro's executive
For sure. We
side.
have we've definitely. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. Dun.
So for those of you,
Hi, boys and girls. I'm from Hasbro. I'm the lead of Hasbro's toy division. As you can hear, I'm really into my job. Got a really exciting lineup for you kiddies. Some really exciting things like Talking Elmo and other exciting toys and things. We decided we're going to release a GI Joe toy retaliation line. Oh yeah, so cool, just like the movie. But we're going to try something new. We're going to make them suck. First thing we're going to do is release the Storm Shadow. Yes, it's going to be amazing. But he's going to have the same sculpt, but with different paint apps. And they're just going to buy it twice. And then we're going to release another Storm Shadow, but it's going to look like the same one from the first movie, but give him gray triangles on him. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And if you think this is cool, we'll make every fucking one of them a backpack that allows them to shoot a grappling hook. It'll be, wait for it, amazing. If the fun hasn't stopped yet, we'll have 4 versions of Roblox that are all the same, except this one legs bend properly, and we'll punish you 3 times before you get a good one. 3 times. And just to keep the status quo, we'll give this one eyeballs that look into the void, so you'll have to buy them twice. And the fun doesn't end there, kiddies. We'll release the worst Duke ever, and we'll put Flint's head on him and call him Flint. We'll give him cool guns, but the worst body ever. But my favorite, the kidified street luge. You two can have a street luge with glowing handles. It's amazing. On top of having a Firefly with the worst hands in GI Joe history, and he doesn't work with his play feature. He can't even hold his guns. I think we nailed it. This is the future of GI Joe toys. Yes, we're gonna make so much money. And on to GI Joburg.
Shit. I still feel the
Wow.
same.
I remember each and every one of those toys, man. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Comments are gonna light up with that one. I hope.
I hope so too. So this is also the year that we
Well,
did.
as I recall, you just absolutely freestyled that, Paul. You riffed
did.
the whole thing, like nonstop, and yeah, I mean, pretty damning but very accurate appraisals of that line of figures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
the year
job.
started off badly with GI Joe, but by the end of the year, it sounds like the toys got at least a little bit better. You guys were very excited. You did an incredible Eagle Hawk special report unboxing, where Paul kind of dived into opening his brand new Eagle Hawk, which I think over these years we've kind of been less forgiving towards. We kind of think the original is still the best. Although I think Stephen at the time was very reticent about his opinions.
Yeah, the needle hasn't moved for me. Every time you got not every time you got a update, a sort of a 25th anniversary kind of recast of a classic. Not everyone was bad. Like the Skyhawk got glass.
Mhm.
The shark became the shark's tooth. That remained the same. All Striker remained the same. A lot of things were pretty much the same. Firebat, but yeah, the Sky Striker and Eagle Hawk. Nah, man. They are an affront to their source material.
I still like the play features that they added to the Eagle Hawk and to try and get them to work with the toys. You know, like with the figures, like as in like giving, like as much as I hated most of those grappling hook things that came with the movie line, there were 1 or 2 that actually worked and they could connect to the Eagle Hawk, and I like that kind of thinking. Like I like that they were thinking in that direction.
Yeah, and they modified it enough to be able to hold modern figures, which I thought was great.
Except
Yeah.
for like they fall out, but anyway.
So yeah, the year started off with really shitty figures, but through the course of the year, I think the figures did get a little bit better. But by 2014, modern era figures were essentially taking a long sleep. we were kind of bemoaning the fact that there was a toy drought after receiving probably one of the best lines, which was Wave 3.5, where we did an incredible standalone report about all the figures that came out in Wave 3.5. And we had a...
Such as?
Oh, I didn't write that down. I'd hoped you'd remember.
Are you talking about Wave 3.5 and then modern era, like
Yes,
post?
modern era.
Oh yes, okay, no, that was
Snake
'cause I
Eyes,
think-
a bunch of Snake Eyes is in there.
yeah, there was a Ultimate Storm Shadow I think, that came
Retaliation.
out.
Oh, dude, that would have been Ultimate
Retaliation.
Storm Shadow, Ultimate Cobra Commander, and
Yes.
Quinn.
Yes,
Yes.
that was incredible.
They were on retaliation cards.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just making sure, like for a second there, when you said modern era, I like for some reason thought New Sculpt era, and I'm like, wow.
Which is hilarious you say that, because later in the year, so the episode 33, which is the final episode of year 2, we did mystery top 5s. And Steven's offering for that mystery top 5, his mystery top 5, was suggest New Sculpt era things that you're thankful for. And Paul started out, he was confused. He was like, guys, I'm confused. Sorry. I thought you said modern era. So Paul, you're making the opposite mistake that you made back then.
You see. Good. At least I'm consistent with that.
Easily confused. You'll never remember this accurately.
This is an interesting time capsule in and of itself, because you just pinged a memory in me, Rob, and I suppose this is going to happen several times over the course of this podcast. But like the moment I got out of modern era GI Joe collecting is encapsulated there, because I ordered that Quinn and that's Cobra Commander with the mirror face and the sort of the Fang helicopter-ish backpack. And I decided while they were en route to me that I didn't want them anymore.
Yeah,
and
that's why
how
I
they
got
became
some
yours.
wonderful Christmas presents from
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah,
That Cobra Commander.
No,
is
I think
so
they were
cool.
it was just like, dude, I don't want these. Have them.
You
Merry
want 'em.
Christmas.
actually,
Happy
no, you're right.
birthday,
It wasn't
Happy New
Christmas.
Year.
No, it was
Yeah, dude.
Christmas. Actually, you gave it to me at Christmas. You gave me modern Quinn,
Oh shit.
and you gave me modern Retaliation Cobra Commander. But then you actually did give me a real gift, not just your hand me downs. Avalanche for that Christmas.
Yeah, man. What a time.
Hell yeah. Because this was the year where earlier we actually did the third in our series of battles. Episode 27, we did battles of the sea and of the Arctic, where we pitted Joe and Cobra vehicles against each other to kind of decide, who wins. And going into these fights, Cobra were on a 3-2 lead. And by the end of the episode, they were still leading 4-3. Yeah, unfortunately, the Shark 9000, well, actually, fortunately, I guess, the Shark 9000 plus the Devilfish did beat out the Moray and the Cobra Piranha on the seas. While in the Snowcat and Avalanche lost against the Wolf and Ice Saber.
As I recall, we included the Arctic Blast and the Cobra Ice Snake, but then we were like, nah, these guys don't really tip the scales, so let's make it a 2-on-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the cool takeaways from this is Paul. He said that the Moray is probably the best ship to get drunk on.
Yes.
He thought it was a safe ship because of the railings, and you're very safe in there. So that definitely helped the Joes win, because obviously the Joes were never really getting drunk on their ships. They were very focused on battle. But the Cobras were just worried about, is this safe enough to get drunk on?
It's a pirate's life for me. Yar.
Boy, oh boy. Just like a horror story just popped into my head of like, if you are on the grog, on the whale, and you're in that sort of command conning tower, you stumble backwards. You are minced.
You're done. You're completely over. So this, as Stephen mentioned, this is also the year where he kind of was transitioning from becoming the collector of GI Joe in general, I guess, modern and vintage, to being an exclusively vintage collector. Despite the fact that we did our best this year to actually encourage Hasbro to do better in the modern era. Episode 26 was us talking about toy line do's and don'ts, where we kind of made our own suggestions to Hasbro. which they were obviously, hopefully listening to at the
Yeah,
time.
they heard us. They love us.
100%, they did. So I'm not sure they took these on for this line, but I feel like some of the points that we did were kind of taken on maybe later on in the line. But probably one of the biggest things, which kind of dated to the time, one of Paul's suggestions was release the prototype case figures, which was a huge thing at the time for us, and I think for a lot of the Joe community. Where I think it was it early in 2020, 2013, or was it 2012, where at one of the conventions they kind of presented a whole bunch of prototype figures, but it took them almost all the way up to April 2014 for not all of them even to have been released.
Still waiting for that City Strike Scarlet.
Some suggestions I made was new original vehicles and less modified old vehicles, which I think is definitely a point that we wish that the modern era would do more of.
Oh, don't worry, that coyote made its way into Jurassic Park, I think.
True.
The coyote from GI Joe Renegades.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, it did. It totally did. It's like
Totally.
currently out now. It's that vehicle that's out now, isn't it?
No, I'm sure it's several Jurassic World films ago. I think maybe what's his name? Chris Pratt comes on a motorcycle and drops out the back. I don't know. I don't collect J-Park stuff.
Yeah, there's an amazing J-Park. Can't believe I said
J-World.
it like that. J-World
JW,
Jeep that's out at the moment. By the way, it's really great. Anyway, I digress. Rob, carry on.
No, whatever we talk about is what we talk about. So this was also the year where me and Paul tried valiantly and obviously failed. I'm pretty sure we did, to convince Stephen to get into sideshow figures, and that was in episode 28, where the Dolly Llama and the sideshow Bob tried to convince Stephen to.
I forgot about the Dolly Llama thing. That's great.
I forgot about Sideshow Bob. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was Sideshow Bob because at this point, I think I'd owned my 2 figures that I owned from
Snake
Sideshow.
Plissken.
Snake Plissken.
Oh, 2.
I owned Snake Plissken, but at that point I already owned Zartan. So those were the 2 that I received. But Paul was very excited about the release. I think it was Major Blood at the time.
Yes, and he's still fantastic.
You're still happy with him?
Yeah, he's still great.
We also made another attempt. I think it was later, or was it earlier in the year, where we were trying to disrespect figures in 1984 to 1986. We were trying to convince people not to buy these figures. And I thought to convince ourselves or convince the person who kind of brought up the figure that they shouldn't own the figure.
Pythonus Bank.
Disrespectful.
So I was curious if we actually own these by now, if we actually managed to successfully convince each other not to ever own these. So I presented the Slugger with Thunder. So the Slugger, as far as I know, I don't own it. So whatever you guys said was exceptionally convincing. I still do not own the Slugger. And the other one that I put up for discussion was Baroness. Pretty sure I don't own the Baroness.
So hang on, we had to disrespect the toy.
You had to convince me not to buy this toy.
Not to buy the toy.
That was essentially convince anyone out there, like why you shouldn't get this figure. Like,
oh my word, is this where Vaginal Void comes from?
No, that's not from this episode.
Oh, okay.
That's card art battles. But okay, what would we have said to stop you from wanting a Baroness figure? Because she's brilliant.
Well, apparently you think the version 12 from 2009 is the best Baroness you could possibly own.
Okay, I can stand by that. It's a great figure.
So that was one of the big reasons why I shouldn't have a Baroness.
Oh, because version 12 is the best. What?
It's even better. You don't have to own that one. Like,
oh, okay. So I was telling you don't need to get a vintage Baroness because the modern
era one exists. It's much better.
That Steve is not with us anymore.
I've got her. She's in that cupboard behind me. She's great, but like the peg holes are the wrong size. So what you gonna do?
Got to
Yeah.
go
Stay in
back
the
to
box.
the vintage. Got to get back to the vintage. So Paul presented the Crimson Guard as a figure that that we should try and convince him not to own, or at least to talk shit about. Paul, you must own a Crimson Guard by now.
I do, thankfully. yeah.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. We were unconvincing. That's a point against us, Stephen.
No, I think this is great. Like I think if we've actually rolled back on something that we sort of set in stone back then,
Yeah. Which also, by the way, Stephen said he will never own one.
a Crimson God.
Yeah, you said this. You said I will never own a Crimson Guard. Ever.
Here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
What?
how against this figure you were.
Out of context, like a Crimson God.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
What could have been so offensive about a Crimson God to me? I have to listen to the episode.
You have to
God.
go back and listen to this episode. Well, this is
Which-
this is what this is. It's encouraging people to go back.
Which episode was that
our
again, Rob? Just for
Episode 23 of GI Joburg.
just for the listeners and viewers.
And
sake,
for
yeah.
Stephen. There we go.
And for Stephen.
Well, my very first Crimson God was put in my hands by Dan Szymanski, and he said, "This is from my personal collection. You have to
You must
You
have.
have to see, discover the love, and it worked because I've bought myself several Crimson Guards, and anytime I see one in a beta bin, it can have scuffed paint apps. It don't matter. A Crimson Guard is still a worthy figure to walk away from.
It does
Or
come
walk away with.
Mhm.
That's come full circle because that's why Dan Szymanski sent you one. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's probably
possibly,
why.
go.
You heard the
Probably.
episode.
mine. I do want to mention that mine comes all the way from, and it came with artwork, and I can't believe I've just completely futzed on the name.
The minute you want to say it.
He's the little one drew me an artwork, and actually has since gone on to design for
Oh,
the
Alexander Murrell.
yes, Jason Murrell sent me a
There we go.
yes, and so yeah, so I got the artwork as well with that Crimson Guard artwork, and Jason Murrell sent me a Crimson Guard, so that is lovingly in my collection. So thank you.
And Paul also put forward Snake Eyes version 2. Did we manage to convince you not to buy it?
Oh, dude, I already had it, but
Oh, you did already.
no, wait, hold on, slow down. Did I have the big haul yet?
By
I
this
don't
point,
think I had yet.
probably not. No.
Yeah, and I think I was probably looking for like a reason not to get it because I
Yes.
wasn't buying.
So
vintage
it was
yet.
more like we're trying to provide reasons not to get something. It's like trying to
Mm.
like convince someone not to get something.
Paul, I think 2013 Paul was a big zero on the vintage front.
Yeah, because I was just like, oh, it's too much
were
bandwidth.
Totally, yeah, you're totally on modern era current releases.
No, he was
of
very
the-
much still on it. Often when he mentions toys he was getting, he was definitely getting every single release from the waves that were coming out
Yes.
at that time.
Yeah, very much
So-
so. It's just like, oof.
Stephen was representing 1986, and we were trying to convince him or to convince other people why they shouldn't get the Night Raven. Obviously, he owns that. Or at least we were trying to come up with points why someone shouldn't have to own it. But I think all the ones he presented were ones they already owned, except the bat. I think at the time Stephen did not own a bat. I owned a bat.
Now he has
But
like
by this
5.
time, he has like what? How many? 6, 7, 8. Stephen, you have 8. 8 bats?
Something like that. Yeah. It's like a Crimson Guard, man. You see a bat in any condition, you take that thing home with you.
You gotta
You fix it up. You buy reproduction, lenticulars, whatever you need to do. You get that bat back in action.
Hell yeah. So in episode 29, we decided, I think this is the first time we did. Yeah, this was the first time we did this. We kind of discussed the real world inspirations for GI Joe vehicles. Like where did this concept possibly come from? Paul talked about the Cobra Bug. I talked about the Buzzball. And Stephen talked about the Skystorm X-Wing chopper. And at the time, Stephen said that he was very curious to ever know how far they ever got with this concept. And Stephen, you'll be glad to know that Bell has actually made fairly significant progress in the last 10 years towards making this project a reality. So if you are able to watch, so what I'm presenting now is a test that Bell has done, where they are sending the engine or the proposed engine for this type of aircraft, which they call the I wrote it down, stop fold rotor technology. So it begins in the down position where the rotor spins, although I mean technically it would be in the up position. And then what eventually happens is that the rotors stop and the jet engine kicks in. But now how do you get rid of those rotors that are in the way? Basically, the rotors stop and then they fold backwards and lock into position, allowing the aircraft to travel at jet speeds.
Okay, so that's cool. They fold, and then it allows the thruster
Yeah.
to kick in.
And this news, by the way, is as recent as, and there's even concept artwork of how it would travel. And now you can kind of like see where the rotors are. And it also kind of moves like an osprey, where the wings would kind of tilt.
That's kind of okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
this is news.
rotor VTOL vibe.
Yeah. They could also be unmanned, which I think is a big thing a lot of the companies are moving towards these days.
Yeah.
For delivery of goods, and you could also do it with like people. And yeah, this news comes as recently as December last year.
Wow.
They've done successful tests in air tunnels. They've tested the like the flight mode. Can it fly properly? Is it able to move through the air correctly? And yeah, apparently it does.
Amazing. There's also been some. Just to add to all of this, there's also been a sort of a weird turbine engine that looks like it could be the replacement for helicopter blades. So it's like
interesting.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a
kind of
spinning disc thing or something.
No, they're like cylinders. So you.
Oh, that's right. I did see that. But anyway,
quite
Stephen wanted to know in 2013 if they ever made any progress towards making a real-life Skystorm X-wing chopper. And now you know, Stephen, they are definitely getting closer to making that
The future is now.
reality.
Rob did his research.
I did a little bit of research there. And so this year we did a Christmas special edition, which is an unnumbered episode. And if I could play the audio, I would. But obviously, I'm struggling with that. But this is the Christmas that Stephen. So it's Christmas Day. I think it's the 24th or 25th. And Stephen tells Paul, "Hey, Paul, go check behind your couch," or something to that effect. Stephen had a gift for Paul in his own house since October of the same year. So
it had been sitting, man.
It had been sitting wherever it was for over 4 months. And that is where Stephen hid Paul's Tiger Paw and Tiger Force Roadblock.
I remember that. I remember that Christmas very well.
Yeah, because Paul was at this time, he'd just about become obsessed with Tiger Force.
Yes.
He was slowly getting more of the figures. I think wasn't it also at this time that they were doing more Tiger Force figures in the modern era?
They were, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
No, I thought so.
But they were pretty much exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the big problem.
They were like impossible to get hold of. Interestingly enough, I think it's Tiger Force that ended up being the gateway drug into vintage for me. I mean, that coupled with modern era stuff falling to shit as well.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, Stephen was very prescient. He kind of got you the vintage stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you don't need the modern stuff. You don't have to wait for that."
Hey, kid,
check out.
Want some vintage GI Joes?
I've got the real good stuff here. It's old, it's nice. You're gonna love it. And for
yeah. And then I'm a little bit like, you got any more of them vintage GI Joes? Dave Chappelle. Right.
And for those curious, as I said earlier, I got the modern Quinn, the modern Retaliation Cobra Commander, and the Avalanche. And Stephen got Gung Ho from 1983. He got a Red Skull because he was slowly becoming more interested in the Action Force from Britain. And he also got Footloose and a Swivel-on Clutch.
Once a man. Swivel arm clutch.
Why would Red Skull be me being more interested in Action Force?
Well, I mean, so I think this is the first time that you you've kind of started getting Action Force stuff. Like as far as I can remember, you didn't mention much more. But this obsession with Action
But
Force
Red
became...
Skull, no, Red Skull was a Marvel Universe. That was the Captain America movie figure.
Oh, Red
Yeah.
Skull. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking of Red Baron.
Shadows.
Okay,
Yeah, red.
that's
Oh, the red.
stupid. I was
Baron.
confused.
And that was actually given to me by Paul.
Yes.
Oh,
Paul
there
was
we
like,
go.
"Yeah, have this figure. I don't
Very
want him anymore." Awesome.
Okay, I think why I'm talking about Action Force now is because later in the year, once again, in the well, we're closer to the end of the year, we did a cool top 5, episode 32, where we did fantasy sub teams, where we came up with sub teams that we thought would be a great idea to add into GI Joe. And Stephen used this as a kind of like a backdoor way of just basically talking about Action Force and the Z Force
Oh,
for
damn.
half the episode.
Whoa.
Me and Paul
That had been percolating a long time for me, I think. I was in the UK when I recorded that. So I was
yes.
quite
You
embarrassed.
Fact.
you
Yeah.
just arrived in the UK. You were starved for toys while you were in Seoul. There was literally no GI Joes there whatsoever. I think the one comment you made was like, "Oof! If I wanted Power Rangers, I could have come home with a giant suitcase full of those things."
I remember getting stuff sent, like getting stuff off eBay and having it sent to the concierge.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah.
yeah. For the first time in my life, I was like getting parcels sent to my hotel because there was just no toys to buy, man. It sucked.
Well, you made up for that once you got to the UK. It sounds like you got a whole bunch of different things there. For those curious, he was able to get himself a Toxo Viper, a Lifeline, 2 Heat Vipers, a 1984 Storm Shadow and Firefly, a 1983 Swivel Arm Flash, a Mean Dog, which was actually the vehicle which would complete his 1988 vehicle collection, as well as the TTBP plus bonus
The
figures.
transportable tactical battle platform, dude,
Yeah.
which I picked up in person.
I
Late
remember
one.
that. I remember when you got that.
What a time. Jeepers.
Yeah, as well as the bonus figures of Footloose and Barbecue, Checkpoint Alpha, plus a Cobra rope crossing accessory. So that was Steven's UK haul at the
I
time.
feel like there was a 5-finger discount that happened somewhere in that.
No, they were bonus figures. There were bonus figures given to him. There were bonuses.
I cannot
Oh.
confirm or deny. The English authorities might still be on the lookout for me.
Oh, maybe it was cutting negotiations then. Yeah, let's go with
Probably
negotiations.
was. So yes, Steven's fantasy team was the Z Force, where he basically just said he wanted all these figures in modern era. Well, not so much modern era, but like he wanted Z Force to be represented as a sub team within GI Joe. But that was essentially an excuse for him to talk about Action Force for 40 plus minutes.
Apologies, gentlemen.
No, it
I was
was
wordy back then, and I'm wordy now.
It was one of the first times that I experienced anything to do with Action Force. It appeared Paul had some knowledge of Action Force, but this was also the first time that either me or him had ever heard of the Robo Skull.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
So we had
right.
no knowledge of this before until this very moment when Stephen schooled us on what Action Force was all about.
You're welcome, I guess. Though, as of recording this, Paul still has not got his Roboskull Mark II.
No.
Yes, I haven't
My
been able to
goodness,
ship it.
man.
Dude,
Well-
it's quite an undertaking. It's
I don't doubt it. It's massive.
Seeing that thing get unboxed, it is a huge box. It is absolutely ginormous. I'll be very happy for you when you do get it. For those curious, Paul's sub-team that he presented was called Venom Squad.
Oh, cool.
It had a black and purple scheme, and their purpose, they were specifically an anti-Joe team. So they were designed to basically take on Joe specifically. So they weren't just, generic Cobras, like their entire mission was anti-GI Joe. And they were led by Firefly. And mine, predictably,
Chuckles.
yeah, that's correct. It was
Scoop.
Cyber Squad. They were an anti-electronic / sort of technological terrorism team with mainframe, slipstream. They were led by Chuckles, with Jinx, and of course Scoop was thrown into the mix. And they had a great color scheme of silver with blue and black accents.
So, and they probably get called every time somebody can't log into their email or something.
Yeah, they're working very hard.
Like, I can't log into my email.
Lemon.
call the cyber squad. Sorry, I'm trying to think. So,
Yeah.
no, I'm just thinking like Firefly, and I would imagine it would be like 2 alley vipers, night viper, and probably a range viper or something like that.
Yes, it was alley viper and night viper. You couldn't decide between lamprey and range viper, but they were led by Firefly.
Cool. Okay.
And also, you were very economical. You were like Hasbro, the vehicles that they come with. It's so easy. You don't even have to repaint it. It's the bug, and it is the the hammerhead, and it's the mamba. You don't have to repaint the mamba. It's already in the correct colors.
There you
Please
go.
give me a modern era mamba.
Now I'm so happy with my vintage one, and I have a hammerhead, which I haven't been able to pick up, by the way,
Do it.
because
Go and
the
do it.
freaking place closed at 2:00.
Ah,
Oh,
nice.
villains.
And they weren't open on Sunday, so
And
double
they didn't
villains.
call you to tell your
And
parcel
they didn't
was
call
there.
me. Triple
What
villains. So I'm gonna go and fetch it
assholes.
tomorrow. So yeah, this is the episode where Paul gets the bug.
There we go.
I mean the hammerhead.
The hammerhead.
That thing. One of the two.
It's one of those kind of like those kind of ones. So another great episode, which I'd encourage everyone to listen to because I present very like succinct and excited arguments, is in episode 30 where we decide to present Jeeps and convince each other which is the best Jeep
Oh,
ever
God.
made.
So what did Steven say is the winner?
No, I'm curious. Take a guess. What Jeep did I say was top of the pops? What Jeep did you say? And what Jeep did Rob say?
Oof.
Let's play that game. Come on, Paul. Put you on the spot, boy.
Oh, like I'm scared of saying it's a Jeep because it feels like more like a buggy. But for some reason, I keep thinking that cool little the Badger. I keep thinking that you would lean towards the Badger for some reason. I don't know why I remembered that or why I'm remembering it that way. But yeah,
I
that's
spoke about the Badger not too long ago and just saying like I pined for it on the 1991 catalog.
yeah.
But
Badger's
this was in
cool.
my retro purist phase, Paul. So I'll give you the hint in that regard.
Oh, okay. So, oh, jeez. Rob, take a crack at it while I.
Oh, he knows.
Oh,
He
I
listens.
know.
Oh, he knows. Oh, crap.
No,
know.
okay,
But,
okay. Well, let's play it this way, Paul. What do you think you said was your favorite Jeep from the GI Joe toy line?
I'd probably lean towards something like a Tiger Sting. You know.
Interesting. Remember, you were big into modern at this time still.
Yep.
Oh,
All eras were on the
Striker.
table.
I mean, the 4x4 All Striker. That thing's amazing. I mean, 4x4 Vamp.
Vamp.
That thing's amazing.
The modern
Yes.
4x4 vamp. That was your.
Ding, ding, ding. He did it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. What do you
So
think?
yes, that would be the modern Vamp that is a 4-seater, all those sort of modular bits, has the massive like claw winch in the front,
Yeah, it was too modular.
has a
There's too much going
minigun,
on there.
has like cup holders, doesn't it?
Yes.
Probably
Amazing.
Does.
You think that the classified scale monopolized the idea of the cup holders and the coffee and stuff? No, they were doing that back in the modern era.
No, modern era was cool.
Where it originally came from. So Steven was so I was Desert Fox. Like I was 100% Desert Fox. And this is why I was encouraging people to listen to this episode. It's great. You will hear some incredible arguments
By you.
by me because everything I said made sense. Steven, so we actually had 4 that we were presenting. But Steven was leaning more towards the Vamp. He said he enjoyed the All Striker quite a bit, but he preferred the Vamp rather than the All Striker.
I'd probably be more nuanced now and say they fulfill different roles. Just because they have 4 wheels and they're both green does not mean they're the same vehicle class.
Yeah.
But the All Striker doesn't do itself any favors by being in that OD green. It should be sand colored or black.
Yeah, sand color like the Desert Fox.
Look, they eventually did an All Striker in every color you could want.
Yeah.
Some even with the bloody Orochi Kage logo plastered all over it. So,
Real useful.
you know, you can get an All Striker that is flavored the way you want it now. But now I've rolled the other way, and I'm like, if it's not green, it's not right.
Not,
You know, that
yeah.
vehicle in Sunbow, in every other iteration, it's green. So you gotta have it green.
Yeah, but I still love my foe striker, dude. It's awesome.
Even in the Himalayas, it's gotta be green.
Gotta be green, guys.
That bush is moving in the snow.
Oh, shoot it. This was also the year in episode 31 where we finally learned how you are meant to pronounce TJ Bang.
Shabang!
She bangs, she bangs. Oh baby, she moves, she moves.
So, for those curious, if you are still saying it incorrectly, according to Larry Harmer, the correct pronunciation is shebang.
Hmm.
So it's not TJ Bang, as I would really want it to be. It is shebang. That is the absolute correct way of saying
Whoa.
it. Whoa.
But of course, everyone on the playground back in our day said he was
Tijbang.
Tijbang. That's right.
Sping,
Thank you.
sping.
Tijbang.
And also, episode 31 is the episode where we learned we should never let Zartan be chosen for death battles. So, in this episode, we presented figure-based battles, death battles.
I feel like we
where
didn't learn that lesson. I'm
up to this
curious.
point, up to this point, we were just doing vehicles. But in this one, we decided to take a character, Joe or Cobra, and put them against each other in essentially successive rounds. So whoever won in the first one would go to the second one and on to the third, and that sort of thing. And it was randomized. So Stephen randomized who was fighting who and where they were fighting. The first battle, unfortunately for Paul, it was Paul versus Steve, and it was Tamalrat versus Zartan.
Of
Stephen
course, Zartan won.
Of course, Zartan wins. Because why? Because Stephen said so. That's
It was on the TTBP, right? Like a sort of scaled up TTBP.
It was inside the pit, actually.
Oh.
You're fighting in the pit. And even though Paul tried very hard, he said he would be on his guard. All the people are knocked out. Zartan was just too good. Zartan would what edges it out is because Zartan has like a killer instinct, essentially, where even though maybe Tanner would be fighting for his life, he's not fighting as hard as Zartan would, because Zartan. The second battle was between Sneak Peek and Zartan on an oil rig at sea. And despite my best efforts to say that, despite Zartan having incredible acoustic bow, I can hear your heartbeat from 1,000,000 miles away. I'm just rocking oil rig on the ocean. You know, that wasn't good enough. Apparently, Sneak Peek's passive way of kind of like sussing out his enemy and taking the shot when he needs to was not good enough, because Zartan won. Of course, he did. And then the only fair fight in this entire episode was when Paul and Rob got to fight against each other in ancient ruins in the jungle with Tamalrat equipped, because at this point Stephen was like, okay, obviously you guys are pretty shit. You need something extra. You get an accessory pack accessory, which I mean, it's not that we're crap. It's that we were going up against Zartan. So
the eponymous.
Tamalrat got to equip himself with a dreadnought axe, and Sneak Peek decided to equip himself with a mountain climber.
Oh shit! I sort of remember this. This is ridiculous.
So it wasn't an accessory pack; it was the motorized.
Motorized.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they are.
Well, they are basically accessory packs. So yes, we had a valiant fight. Paul put forward some fantastic points. Tamalrat's superior firepower. He was equipped with a machine gun, heavy machine gun,
Dreadnought battle axe,
and a dreadnought battle axe. He's got that too. He's got his own equipment and the battle axe. So
Which
he's
I
good
think
at
he
range.
uses a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at range and he's good at close range. But thankfully, Stephen did choose that Sneak Peek wins in the end. I think based off his patience and his ability, I think he would use the environment better. Yeah. So thankfully, I came up.
And Sneak Peek has come back from the dead multiple times.
Well, there we go.
And at
He's
this point,
unkillable.
Mhm.
And also, let's not argue that sneak peek at this point probably is Zartan.
It
You know,
probably was
probably
actually.
by this point in the game. I mean, after
Well,
Steven
boys,
had
what have you
killed some of it.
learned? If you have the option to choose Zartan, you
Choose
fucking
Zartan.
choose Zartan.
But that's why. But like at the time, we even mentioned like that's why we kind of said that we're not going to choose Storm Shadow. We're not going to choose Snake Eyes because it's almost too easy for them to win. But me and Paul did. We forgot Zartan. Should
Yeah.
not have chosen Zartan or allowed anyone to choose Zartan.
I feel like we maybe even assumed that Zartan wouldn't be chosen either. So
Probably, but
probably.
if you don't specify it, Steven's going to get around it somehow.
Yeah, the fine print he'll get you.
So this is something I don't remember, so I have to ask. So in this year, we go from episode 24, then we go to Retaliation Wave 3.5 Special Report, and then we do 26 Toy Line Do's and Don'ts. Where is episode 25?
Yes, Rob, where is 25?
Wait, is that me? Did I do something? Really?
So there's an episode, I think it is 25, that you would edit,
Okay.
and I think you're still busy with it, bro.
Wow, cannot confirm or deny, but that does have the ring of truth to it.
I'm
We
sorry,
just
Rob.
kind of abandoned it, and we were like, okay, fuck it, it's never gonna come
Move
out,
on.
so
He's
let's
never
just
gonna
move
do
on.
it. He's never gonna do it.
Wow.
No ways. Is that
Yeah.
actually? Wow.
Yeah, it's like the last episode. It's weird. Like,
That is insane. Yeah, because at this time, year 1, year 2, I think mainly it was Steven doing a lot of the editing. I think Paul, you probably did as well.
I did 1 or 2.
And then I think I offered to help with some of the episodes when I think probably when Steven was down in Cape Town and we were kind of like hanging out. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, well, but now I know, I guess, and now everyone knows the reason why we do not have episode 25 is because I didn't ever edit it.
Dude, I'm so guilty of shit like that as well, man. Like, there's tons of stuff I wanted to do, started doing it, started getting too critical, and being like, oh my god, I was gonna like this. This is shit, or whatever. It's not cool enough. Abandoning
I
it.
probably still have the laptop on which that episode will be residing.
Yeah, I mean, I was live while we were doing this now. I was trying to look for the audio. I was like, it must be somewhere on my computer, but I've also moved from computer to computer.
And you also had a machine crash at one point, Rob. I remember that.
I did, yes. I
Yeah.
ruined my laptop, my hard drive.
So
Well,
there's that.
who knows? If Steven can find that audio, maybe you guys will be listening to episode 25 at some point when he gives it to me and I edit it down for your listening pleasure. What could the episode possibly be about? It could literally be about anything. Absolutely anything at all.
I'm surprised we didn't even reference it in 26.
No, we didn't actually, weirdly enough. We just did. But also remember, back in these days, we were not recording on a regular schedule.
Yeah, we're like once a month ish.
It was once whenever we felt like it, basically. I mean, as I said, it's episodes 20 to 33, so that's 13 plus 3 specials. So it's about 15 episodes in a year and a bit. Yeah, it's very different from the way that we do it these days, where we kind of like every week we kind of like, here's the episode, guys, here's the episode. Yeah, but something else. Damn, had a good segue there in my brain and not left me. Something else that didn't disappear, but that started this year. In the second year of GI Joburg, we started our YouTube channel.
Ta-da!
Wow.
So nothing disappeared there. Something was added. Okay, I had a better segue in my brain. So by the end of the first year, we had 7 videos on our YouTube channel, and they were very much in the format of a review. That was kind of like our thing. We started out doing reviews. Often it would be Steven doing the scripts for the reviews, and we'd each kind of be assigned a voice. And we'd talk about certain aspects of the vehicle. I would always get the ones with the really difficult words to say for some reason. There'd be lots of S's in there and like tough things that he would make me say.
Blinces.
We each had a persona, as I recall.
Rob was
Paul
the
like
straight guy.
weapons, tough guy, awesome. And Rob was the professor. He was like,
Yeah.
and the blueprints specify that this thing is a 25-liter whatever.
Yeah.
And I would just be the kind of the everyman, like, oh, this is where it would
Coding
be
in
in
the
the comic
details.
books, and
Yes.
He says every man, but he would be the GI Joe nerd.
yes, putting up my glasses on my nose.
No, but I mean, you'd like quote episode numbers and stuff like that, and that was cool,
Yeah.
So like one of us was like the weapon nut and getting
Mhm.
into all the technical stuff. The other one was just like playing in the sandpit, and you were this happened in this issue and this thing
Yeah,
and that
which is
Yeah,
certainly
so
something that is carried over. I mean, we often that is kind of the way we split these
he got us.
things, even these days, for our in-depth reviews when we talk about figures. That's happened over the last 2 years or so, I think. But yeah, the very first video on our YouTube channel was the Cobra Mamba.
Yeah, man. It was supposed to be the Phantom X-19.
Ooh,
Paul was insistent that he shoot it.
yes, you see, and I did the edit, and it took it.
Paul just never shot it. Anyway. He's frozen. Oh, he's back. He's back.
As irony would have it, as soon as we talk about the X9.
Don't you talk about shit about me.
Yeah, no, and then Steve eventually took over. The thing is just that at that time, and even by today, like I don't like to do like single. Oh, I wouldn't say I don't like to, but back then, like editing was like a different process for me because I was also doing a lot of it professionally. So it wasn't like slap something on and edit and then like have it done by the afternoon. I would like to like languish in it and go through it and like do some things. And I was thinking of ideas and trying to work out a style for it and everything. And that was taking a bit long because I was still trying to figure out like a quote unquote artistic voice for it, so to speak. And then Steve was like, "No, fuck it," and he shot the Mamba.
Just get it out.
Get it out
Just
there.
Get it out.
Yeah, see, I was still very stuck on trying to get things done like really amazingly as opposed to just getting things done. Which is like just maybe a lesson to everybody out there if you guys are doing videos and stuff like that. Just stick with that. There's a good adage. It's done, not perfect. And go with that. You'll get better as you keep doing it.
It did eventually come out, thankfully, thanks to both your efforts. So we Cobra Mamba, General Hawk, the flying version.
Oh yes.
From the 90s. Then followed by the Mean Dog, because I suppose that's round about when Steve
was my bloody Mean Dog. Like on this, Steve stops at some fire at the side of the road from after visiting me, parks and Mean Dog there and shoots some footage of it there by fire.
An authentic Johannesburg felt fire? Lekker.
And then somebody come and bug you a little bit or ask you questions or whatever.
I know, I had to get in my car real quickly because a guy with a gun started running up towards me. Africa, baby. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But you would believe me if I said something like that. Yeah, dude. The guy was going for my car. He's like, "Yeah, are the keys still in there?"
Like, yeah, no, Joburg, it's not an impossible thought there.
It definitely can happen.
And Rob, I don't want to I hope I'm not missing your flow, but there is something cool that happened with the X19 review.
Yes, that is the next one that came up that year.
Yeah. So I feel like I can comment on this one a little bit. Like, so X19 review came out, and Steve did something a little bit interesting with that. There's a little bit of a story in there, like not too much, but enough for it to make me think of something. And that would come forward with the Condor.
Don't be coy.
So yeah, so the Phantom X19, there was review stuff, and we actually, and then we decided. Oh, then I was like, we should shoot like a sequence, like it'd be cool. It was something like that, and then we ended up shooting the first play motion up there on Northcliffe Hill.
Well, you're gonna have to come back for episode 500 where we do year 3 GI Joburg.
Yes, that's where so it was, there's a couple of extra years after this, but definitely at least the seeds for those ideas were planted there. Another seed that was planted in this year, when Stephen did get the TDBP, he mentioned that Oh, by the way, this thing apparently on the I think the blueprints or something or somewhere it mentions it can be carried by 4 dragonflies.
Oh god, yes, this.
So
Yeah.
that idea at least would finally become into reality 4 years later, in our very first play motion, full on play motion, as it were, Atlantis Factor.
Atlantis Factor, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first proper narrative one, yeah.
yeah, like a bit
Yeah.
essentially a full on narrative one where we just completely dumped the idea of reviewing things and just kind of be like, just tell stories. That was the most fun bits of any of our reviews.
Yeah, actually. And I still want to put this out to our viewer and listenership. Would you guys like to actually have us do more formal reviews on product? And what kind of product do you want us to review? Like what I shouldn't say product because that's actually so corporate. But like would you like us to look back and sort of review older Joe stuff, or do you like us being current with Joe stuff? Because I must be honest, that's kind of always a battle in my mind. I feel like everybody on the internet is so current with classified and whatever else is happening, and I just really love a lot of the old stuff. And I mean, every now and then something new comes out, and I want to talk about it and share some thoughts. But I don't know. I would love to hear in the comments. I'd love to hear from the listener and viewership.
Oh,
What you
Paul,
guys
don't
think.
let public opinion stop you and get in the way of fresh content. Anytime you want to shoot a review, you go right ahead, my brother.
No, I
Do
hear
it.
you, man. I just
I'll cheer you on.
thank you, man. I appreciate that, and I mean that's also kind of my mentality too. But some I am curious about what, like, I'm sure that there's people out there who would love to hear our thoughts on XYZ vehicle as a
Oh, so
review.
like specific
Yeah,
things maybe that they
yeah,
would
like
want to hear about.
maybe there's a take that they feel that we could deliver on that. You know,
Okay, yeah, fair
yeah,
enough. You
I'm
add
curious
it to
about
the
that.
ideas for videos.
But I hear you, Steve. I hear you.
Probably one of my favorite episodes, and this is the last thing I think we'll be talking about, is the episode where episode 22, top 5 characters that should be GI Joes. This was a fun episode.
I
where
love this.
we pitched our own ideas for characters that we thought would be great in either in GI Joe or basically as GI Joe scale O-ring figures.
Love how this
And
ties up today.
so what did Paul want? If so, what are the top 5 that Paul want? 5 characters, by the way, listeners.
So
Characters.
characters. Okay, so specifically, I keep thinking Ripley from Alien.
Close.
I feel like, yeah, I just don't know why. Yeah, it's either Ripley or Hicks from Alien, or Aliens, should I say? I think I wouldn't be surprised if I mentioned Solid Snake from Metal Gear.
Close
That'd be me.
again.
And sneakishly, like knowing me, instead of sticking to one figure, I probably did mention the Ghostbusters in this one.
Well, Stephen pressed you for a specific one. He was
Probably
like,
Venkman.
there you go.
You got your wish, Paul.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
And not McCready from The Thing. I think that was you, Rob. I think you wanted McCready from The Thing.
Correct, yes. He was I think my number 2.
Whole bunch of Kurt Russells, I think, was
Yeah, there was
Rob.
and Snake Plissken was another one, I think, for Rob as well. Sorry, Rob, I know that we're putting spotlight on you, but
No,
you're
not
asking
at
me a
all.
question. But I'm going through my mental registry of like,
I do recall Rob wanted the character from Red Dead Redemption. He
Yes.
just liked the idea of like a cowboy with a horse.
That's
in the
correct.
G.I. Joe line.
John Marsden.
That's
yeah,
it.
First
Marston's
Red Dead
cool.
Redemption. That was
Rob,
one of them.
I must say I'm actually at a loss. Like,
Well,
actually,
let me
when
put you out of your misery. You also said, so you were close. You said Corporal Hicks. You did say Peter Venkman. You did say Naked Snake. You specified Naked Snake.
Yes, Naked Snake. Yeah.
Raphael, specifically from TMNT.
Oh yes, yeah, that's right. I wanted O-ring turtles.
And then all of Dino Riders.
Dino Riders.
All of
That
them.
is all.
I think that's the first thing you mentioned. Then after that, Stephen was like, "Come on, you have to like specific guys. Did you not read the topic? Did you not read the email?"
The only thing that's changed for me today is that I will be okay with them not doing O-ring Dino Riders if
Mhm.
they do a Dino Rider line where the figures are the same size, but to the quality of articulation that you see in today's like dig action minis, and also the it's a Japanese line that also was part of becoming Transformers, but they also have like cool mechs that they sit in and they combine and stuff. I can't think of it now, but they're already doing it. They've got these like really
Oh,
great.
okay. So you're
Yeah.
getting those already. Well, that's fortunate.
Yeah, so like we just need the dinosaur versions of that now. So
Hell yeah.
we're almost close to that. So that's the one thing that has changed. I can live without O-ring Dino Riders, but do Dino Riders with that kind of quality, smaller figure, and yeah. So anyway, carry on.
So Stephen guessed one of his Solid Snake.
Snake.
It wasn't his number one though.
Oh, I know what my number one was. Just a
Rambo.
tuxedoed body with all the James Bond heads that you could swap in and out.
That was your big thing.
I think I also wanted like Arnold's, like Arnold in Predator. No, was that you?
Uh-huh.
That was me. That was one of my special mentions. I wanted a box set. I wanted a box set of Arnie's, including Arnie from the pregnant
Terminator Commando. Oh, from where?
From when he gets pregnant.
Oh, Junior.
Yeah.
Yes.
Junior.
I recently watched that. It's still a cool film.
Yeah, you see, you want a toy of him now, don't you?
From Ivan Reitman. Yeah. Mr. Ghostbusters. Yeah.
I had lots of special mentions. I came up with a lot of fantastic ideas for that.
I can't believe you were a special mention guy here, not me. Yeah.
No,
you got the juice, baby.
Yeah, I came up with lots of great ideas.
Would you want a Conan O-ring figure?
I think a Conan figure would be great. He was part of that box set.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
It was Commando. It was him from Predator. It was him from Terminator. No, it wasn't from Terminator. Actually, that was you, Stephen. You wanted a T-800.
Yeah. So
I think
John
I wanted
Matrix
him from
Dutch.
T2 with the grenade launcher. Like that's such an iconic.
Yes,
look.
you had to choose. You're like, I don't know if I want the first movie or the second movie, and you settled on T2.
Damn, I'm excited about that game. I just love where we are right now. They're doing like a cool 16-bit style 2D Terminator game, and it's looking amazing. But it's been delayed again, so I think maybe only December now as opposed to November release. But anyway,
well, lots of games are getting delayed. GTA 6 is getting delayed next year from May till December, I believe. Dating us again. But anyway, Stephen, you wanted Chuck Norris from Delta Force. And you also wanted Batman from The Dark Knight. Specifically. And my whole big thing was video games at this time. So, well, not just video games, but a lot of video game stuff. So, yes, I wanted Jack Torrance, as Paul mentioned. I wanted John Marsden from Red Dead Redemption. I wanted, and Stephen wanted Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And I also wanted Leon S. Kennedy, specifically in his kind of like either his STARS outfit or the outfit he wears in Resident Evil 4. But my top figure... The top one I wanted was Rick Deckard from Blade Runner. So I was more like I wanted Joe's
shit. You were so switched on for this
characters into Joe's scale.
I think I was I was so hooked on the Dino Riders joke.
Yeah, I think so. You weren't taking this episode seriously.
I don't take any episode seriously. I mean, we're talking about toys.
An overall interesting thing from this year is that we watched the animated movie. One of the things I think we mentioned that we wish that you had, I think, that Hasbro would make a Pythona figure is one of the things we mentioned in that commentary.
What?
And obviously they never listened to us. It came down to a completely different company.
So thank you to Super 7 for listening to our podcast, humble as it may be.
Yep, there we go. So yeah, episode 22, top figures that we wanted made. Definitely go give it a listen. And if you want I wish I could play this audio once again. But at 56 minutes into the episode, I make an argument for why they should make an Oscar Pistorius figure.
Your Blade Runner. Just not the Blade Runner.
The Blade Runner.
Oh,
so
God.
I think overall it was a good year. We covered a ton of different topics, lots of really great laughs as well, lots of cool top fives, lots of new toys. Stephen actually bought a lot of toys in this year. I could tell you all of them. but we would be here all night.
Madness.
But anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed this kind of like trip with us down memory
This
lane and
retros-
looking at
And
our
if you didn't, tough
second
shit,
year.
because I did.
That was awesome. And guys, then what would you and then just to again time like put it in a little bit of a time
Back
capsule.
now.
What is the newest toy that you've got currently
Mm.
as of episode 400? Like that you bought within the week or the 2 weeks leading up to episode 400?
Self-destructing Iceman. During the
Ooh.
course of this
no.
podcast, he has split apart. And I tell you why. This is the Toy Biz 1992 or 3
Oh my goodness.
Iceman. The original
Mine.
one, the one that does change color or does sort of add icicles
That
when
had the
he gets
blue
frozen.
icicles. Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show changes in temperature will take a toll, particularly on adhesives. And
Yeah.
this is a double-edged story because not only did
Mhm.
this Iceman's glue completely release and him split in two, but there was a repair on my general that the seller did not
interesting.
disclose. The
Well,
back axle had been repaired using hot glue.
that's
And of course,
interesting.
at zero, freezing temperatures in an aircraft hold at altitude, and then sweltering hot Singapore sweaty balls temperatures when it's on the tarmac, and then freezing again en route to Johannesburg, and then tarmac, Joburg,
And being
summer.
thrown at some point.
and being, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
being just, 2-pointer.
On the 3-point line. Yeah, anyway.
Slam dunk, nothing but net. Yeah, so the glue obviously released, and I found little chit of axle of mushroom peg rattling around in the box. I then proceeded to try and repair it. Use super
Mm.
glue. Obviously, like nothing, no brittle glues were going to withstand the initial pressure of getting the wheel reattached over this mushroom peg. So ultimately, what did I do? I used hot glue because until that glue cools, it's still got some flex to it. So you can fit the wheel over it, then
Mm.
kind of push the mushroom peg so that it sort of bites the edge of the wheel rim and keeps it from slipping off. And then it sets, and then hopefully, I mean, it's not a load-bearing part because the wheel's weight is actually further back on the axle, and also there are like 10 wheels on a general.
Mm.
So it's equally distributed. It just needs to be able to keep the wheel from sliding off. And I think I don't know. Fingers crossed. Rob, when you eventually inspect this mythical base/vehicle/helipad, you'll be able to. I'll ask you, which one do you think had the repair?
Ooh, which is the broken one?
So funny that you mentioned a mushroom peg on this episode.
Whoa.
Because it ties
Big mushroom.
it ties into a toy pickup I actually made today. Which is quite thrilling for me. So Steve, is there anything else you wanted to mention before I take the mic from you, man?
Take it away from him.
Don't put your Iceman in the freezer anymore. Is what I'm gonna say.
Okay, fair enough. That makes
Okay.
sense.
So so we went to the mall today.
Mm.
As one does, and because we went to go and do some groceries, and if I go into a mall, grocery shopping always means I go to the Toys R Us.
Straight there.
And I walk through the Toys R Us, and who is there? Rawr, rawr, Blanca from Street Fighter by Jada Toys. And rawr, rawr, he was there, and I was like, oh my word, that's amazing. Because I was not expecting to see him in the stores. Ooh, like sit down there, Blanca. But not only Blanca, there's
No,
also
did they have cigar?
they also had Sagat.
Wow.
Wow. And you know what is great about this as well is that I've had these guys on my list for a while now. And
Yes, since at least JoeCon this year, we were
yes.
trying to get these for you.
Yeah, Comic-Con. So
JoeCon?
Oh, sorry, Comic-Con.
So what kind of happened here is that it was my birthday soon. It was my birthday recently, as many of you guys know. And I did have these on my birthday list, so I just neglected ordering them from online retailers or whatever. in the off chance that maybe somebody like CD or whatever's made a plan to get one of them. So I haven't
No.
like pulled the
Good luck
trigger on
with
these.
that. You did not drop hints not heavily enough, my boy. Sorry. I
No,
am
no, no, no,
busy.
no, 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 no. Don't worry. I mean, this was I told I just CD asked me for a list of stuff. I put it on the list, and then when it goes on the list, then it's like that stuff I'm not allowed to buy myself for like a month or whatever.
Fair enough.
And
Birthdays suck.
they can be quite they are amazing, but they are a little bit stressful if you're a toy person. Anyway, kind of cool thing with this guy is that I got both him and Blanca cheaper than I would have gotten them from my usual source.
Good.
That was actually
Winning.
I would have just gotten Sagat, and then I took it to the counter to get a price check on it, and the lady was like, "It's $600," and I was like, "Come
Are you
again?"
sure?
Like, are you sure? Because that's cheaper than Balrog/Vega on the one website that I would have bought, local website I would have bought these on. So I was like,
Wow.
oh, okay, I'll take them both then. Because I'd sort of had a little bit of that money sort of kept aside for the Street Fighter figures when I was ready to get them. And I was actually having trouble deciding which one do I get first because they're a little bit pricier on this website. So that was cool. How it ties into the mushroom pig, everybody's wondering, is that the lady behind the counter, she was fixing some kid's toy and it had a mushroom pig. And so I suggested to her, I showed her how you can release that. And she was like quite grateful for that. And
Okay.
yeah.
So you told her how to fix that.
Well, she asked for, she sort of like, she was really struggling and I like just offered to help. I was like, can I help with anything there? And she's like, just trying to get this out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just was like, do you have a screwdriver or something? She's like, well, kind of. And then there's like kind of a nail file kind of thing. So I just kind of and then slipped it out, popped it out. Anyway, it was a nice story to go with my Street Fighter figures by Jada Toys. And then also a small thing, but
They're
I don't have
good-looking
it.
toys, Paul, but they didn't come on a GI Joe card.
Oh, they're still amazing.
Steve is showing off.
Tiger uppercut.
Yeah, I got
Ordering.
Blanca. You've got Carlos Blanca. No, dude. Street Fighter GI Joe toys are amazing. I love them, especially Blanca. He's really
Such
great.
a Karen haircut.
Yeah.
Hello.
I want to speak to the manager. I also found a really cool little Hot Wheels as well in the chemist. I'd seen it like sort of previewed, but I'd never seen it on pegs until today. It's called Feline Lucky, and it's a little Menuki Neko, which is those lucky cats, the lucky Chinese. But it's the little Hot Wheels. It's so cute, man. The little arm goes back and forward when you push it forward and back,
That's
and it's got this like gold turbo on front of it, and the little paws. It's very cool. It's a very cute little Hot Wheels sculpt. I couldn't resist it. I saw it and I had to have it. I was like, yeah, because it's not one of those weird Lucky Charm things. Anyway, those were our toy pickups. Rob, anything cool? Comics, toys, anything that comes your way or came your way?
Not that I can think of. No. Obviously, we put the video out where Stephen and I got Big Lob. Stephen got Pythona.
Yes.
That's the newest toy that I've received recently.
And Big Lob is rad, man.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I was
It's
actually
the long
replaced
bomb.
his O-ring. I still need to do that.
Yes.
Pythona came with us to the film last night because, in many respects, she's kind of got a lot going for her that the Predator does. She's got exotic array of weaponry, none of which Super 7 saw fit to include with the figure. Bastards. But yeah,
we all
she's
shook our head at that moment. Yeah.
she's kind of scary and predatory and like really hot.
Yeah.
Just like Predator.
I like an old Pythona a lot to Syl from Species as well.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities.
Yes,
there.
actually.
Except less of this kind of vacuousness. I always found like the species character to be just a vessel, whereas
Yes.
Pythona is actually a person, and
actually,
she's probably like over 100 years old, if not more.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
she's got a lot of
seen some
character. Mm-hmm.
She's been around the block.
And with that, guys, would we say episode 400 part 2 is a wrap?
I think so, absolutely.
I
Excellent.
hope this one's in the can, because honestly, I can't deal with the heartbreak of putting this off yet again.
Join
No,
us
this
next
one's
week, guys, for 400 part 3.
no, yeah. Next episode is
This one's gonna be
400.
lost in the edit. Who
No,
am I
guys,
kidding? We don't edit this shit anymore.
No, don't jinx the
We're
shit. We've
gonna-
got it streamlined. It's great. I mean, I suppose as we go out the door, things that have changed definitely over the last few years. We're
Mhm.
no longer using Skype to record podcasts.
Yep,
Thank the
rest
Lord.
in peace, Skype. I believe it did die properly earlier
Yeah,
this
it did
year.
die properly. But I mean, thank you for being there for us, Skype. But yeah, I mean, we were each of us were independently recording our audio streams and sending them to Stephen, and then Stephen would like
Yeah,
sort of
it was
put them
a
together on the same
huge
track.
hassle.
It was an undertaking, to be sure. And then we have gotten away from editing episodes, and I think it's been a much better thing for us, and it's been more fun.
Yeah, it feels more natural because I mean there were definitely times when we kind of like edited the heck out of these things.
Yeah, exactly.
But we did kind of over time, I think, lessen that. I mean,
Yeah.
you also notice that we speak a little bit slower. If you listen to our early episodes, you'd be like, "Why are they all talking so slow?"
Because we're not being sped up to 2
We're not-
times speed on the time.
Before you even release the episode.
Steve decided that people's attention spans weren't enough to cut it through our thick South African accents, and so he helped to speed the process along, which drives me.
And also,
absolutely crazy.
if you listen to those early episodes, you would believe we never breathed either.
Yeah, we don't. There's no ums, ahs, buts, or
Breathless, baby.
breathless. But yeah, that has been episode 400, and I'm looking forward to the next 100 episodes that we do. It's going to be insane. Thank you to everybody once again for joining us on this incredible journey. It's been great talking GI Joes with my 2 mad lads over here, my best friends, and it's great. It's great that we have it all on. Yeah, it's great that we have it all recorded. I mean, how many people can say they have most of their friendship on tape, which is awesome. So that's great. And thank you again to all of our Patreon supporters and Google members. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. That $3 or
Google
$5.
members?
Well, the
Damn.
Google, the YouTube
channel
membership, it's the
people,
same as Google and it's the same
Gmail
thing.
guys.
Whatever. I'm just saying that $3 or the $5 or whatever it is that you contribute really
Keeps
does
our
help a lot.
coffee hot and our lights on.
It just it does help a lot, and and we love it, and we love you guys for it. Otherwise, thank you for your likes and for your subscribes and for telling your friends about our humble little podcast and our play motions. That's always amazing, and that's always been great and helpful to us as well. So until the next one, remember to play with your toys, listen to some old episodes, drop your comments, and we will catch you on 401.
Drop your pants.
Drop your pants. Berg.
Berg.
Berg.